consists across Liberia. Let's take this guest quickly, young people, and up to 8:15. Then we can bring you the program Education at Midweek. So they are from Sweep Liberia. Let's hear from Miss Salome Hope Pansy. Madam Pansy, I understand you are the program coordinator of Sweep Liberia. Tell us, what is Sweep Liberia?
Sweep Liberia is an academic and TVET institution that we.
Just go ahead.
Alright. It's an academic and TVET institution that we deal with empowering young people, but mainly girls. Yes, we deal with girls empowerment more.
Okay. All right. So, girls empowerment. What is done? What do you do? How do you deal with the issue of girls empowerment?
Okay. First, we do academic and TV education. Within the academic, we teach them basic home economics mixed with their academic lessons, and we also have a vocational school there as well that we teach baking, sewing, interior decoration, driving, and also computer science as well.
Okay, let's hear from Mr. Benjamin Nangwe. Mr. Nangwe, what's your role there?
Well, thank you. I'm Benjamin Nangwe. I'm the data manager at Sweep Liberia Academy and TVET. Well, I'm been working there my first year with Sweep Liberia Academy. We have so many great things that Sweep Liberia have been doing, that even school that are in the community that have been there for so many time, or that people are paying so much money for, are not doing what Sweep Liberia is doing. We are offering free education to our students in terms of home economics and computer science. So being there, I noticed that we have had about 800 students that have took our entrance, and we don't have the space to accommodate all of them. Presently, we have accommodated 500 students. Right now, we have them in our school. So now we are looking towards that's why we are having this program, so that we can be able to create space where we can have extra computer labs, where we can have extra computers, and then other material for our girls to be able to do their job, because there are influx of people that are coming to our school, but we don't have the space to accommodate them. That's why we are here to seek public like government officials and other people to be able to come to our aid to help support our program.
Okay, I'm sure we just been joined by Mr. Elijah T. Johnson. Mr. Johnson is the Secretary, National Education Board. And Mr. Johnson, let's hear from you. Tell us, a bit about the history of the institution.
Thank you, Mr. George.
Yes, go ahead.
I apologize for my late arrival. Okay. We are a church-based group that was established in the year 1996 in Banga City, specifically in the Chief Compound community. And then this vision was first envisaged by our pastors, and then we kind of supported his vision up to the time we moved to Monrovia in 2003. And then he decided to establish a branch of our local assembly. And then going forward, he kind of decided that it was needful that since we are a faith-based group, we need to incorporate the educational wing of the church. So then when he visited this, he brought it to our attention. As I'm also serving as trustees, chairman of the board of our trustee, chairman of the board of trustee of our church. So when he reached it to the board attention, we kind of wholeheartedly welcomed the idea. So since then, we've been working around and lobbying in our own way among ourselves, because we are locally supported. And then in 2019, our pastor, Pastor Cecil Spencer, said it was now time to kick off this project. And so that was when Sweep Liberia Academy and TVET were established in 2019. All right, but then being established, we had to do, there were so many legal processes that were required to legalize our status. And so we went through all of the formalities that were required and met that requirement in 2022, which is this year. And then we kick off the project this academic year with the initial enrollment of 250 students, which we targeted. All right. So far, that's where we are.
Okay, but I understand that your focus, primarily is on girls' education. How true is it?
Of course, our target is between 60 to 80% girls enrollment. That was what we already targeted within ourselves. And the reason for this, Mr. George, is that we are in communities. We commute with people. We live in the midst of people who hardly afford their daily meal, let alone affording school fees to send their girls children to school. And in any given situation that you see in our country, for a fact, you realize that women are mostly victims of circumstances, all right, victim of education, and it's a right for a girl child to be educated. It's a right for a woman to be educated, all right? But because of the economic situation in our country, many parents can't afford. Take a statistic in the market. You realize that many of the women go to sell and make daily ends meal for their children, and sometimes even take the children along with them. So we see other days as a challenge, and we thought that we should get involved by helping our young girls.
Okay, so you said the population currently is about 250, right?
No, we targeted 250 students. That was what our capacity.
So what's
was.
the population now?
The population is pretty around a little over 500 students.
So how many girls and how many boys?
Well, the girls should be around 80%, and then the boys 20% or so.
We may not know what constitutes that, 80% and 20%. How many? We're asking for the figure. What are 300 or 400 girls and 100 boys, or what is it that you have?
Okay, our database administrator can speak to that. All right, because he's in charge of data.
Okay, if you go on our website, which is www.sweepliberia.org, we have 290 girls.
Okay.
And we have 160 boys.
Okay, 290 girls. So you are really operating in line with what your mandate is to give our young girls education, to focus on our education. Let's hear from two of your beneficiaries. New one, she's in Italy. New, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, you are fine. Since when you been part of Sweep Liberia?
This year, because it was in this year that Sweep Liberia was established.
So what's your level now?
I'm in the 8th grade.
Okay. So how do you feel being part of Sweep Liberia?
I feel happy and I feel special. Because Sweep Liberia is not just educating us on academics, but they're also educating us on TVET and on computer science.
No, you say TVET, I don't know what you mean. What is it?
Vocational schools.
Okay. So what are you learning apart from the academics?
I'm learning about the computer and how to fix bags and slippers with the beans.
Oh, you're fixing bags and slippers?
Yeah.
With the what?
Beans.
Okay. But you don't have anything here for to see? You don't have any of your work here, your handiwork you don't have?
No, I don't have.
Okay, you didn't bring it with you. Okay, so there are people listening, some young girls who are listening and not in school. What do you want to say to them?
I want to tell each and every one of them that they should not lose hope. They should always believe that, because as Sweep Liberia has come into this scheme, they will never lose, because Sweep Liberia is trying their best to make sure that all girls are enrolled in schools.
And now somebody will say that Sweep Liberia is biased, looking at the girls than the boys. What do you have to say about that?
No, because most girls are being abused. So I think the boys should be happy because they are educating more girls in order for them to have the hands for it to be equal gender.
Okay, that's good. Let's hear from Natasha as Garnet or Garrett. Or how you, good morning, Natasha.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, how do you feel also being part of Sweep Liberia?
I feel very happy being part of Sweep Liberia. Yes.
What are you learning there?
I'm learning how to make a slippers, crocheting bag, and computer science.
Who's teaching you that?
Say Salome Hopense.
Okay. Well, ask a six Salome. How did you learn that? But there are, young kids in your age, group, and not to go into school. They don't have the capacity. They don't have the ability. What do you have to say to them?
Well, I like to say that to them they shouldn't lose hope because says Salome really teaching a lot of things, how to fix bikes, slippers. They shouldn't depend on their mama and papa. They should pay their recess too. I learned a lot of things in Sweep Liberia, how to fix a slipper or crocheting bike.
Okay, let's go to the person who's teaching you now because we got about 10 plus minutes. 8:15 we'll be leaving from here. Let's hear from you, Salome. How did you learn out of what you are teaching the kids?
When I graduated in 2016 from high school, but then my parents was in a position for me to go to the university back then. So, and I had access to the internet. So I decided to make use of what we call YouTube University. And that was how I started learning.
YouTube University?
Yeah, YouTube.
What do they do?
On YouTube, you go there, you get tutorials on how to make handcrafts, how to do other things, and I started learning it, and I started to make them, and that's how I got to learn it more and more, and learning it because the more you impact other people, the more you learn more about it. So
Okay.
that's how I started teaching other people personally, and when this school started, and I thought it was that I can be of an impact to other people, to other girls of my age, that they can learn it as well.
Okay, we understand that this big program that's coming up at launch, and you got lots of names on the list. We understand that will be attending the program. We heard about the deputy speaker, Fonati Kofa. Tell us more about the program coming up.
The program coming up is happening this Friday, November 25th, at the school premises in Police Academy. And it starts by 11 p.m. 11 a.m. prompt.
Okay.
And we invited Honorable Fonati Kofa to be our chief launcher. And being our chief launcher, we know that he's a father, that he's going to be of a blessing to us. And we also invited Honorable Thomas P. Fala because we are within his district. And these are things that he's involved with, helping young people. He's a humanitarian as well. So he's going to be our keynote speaker. And we invited Honorable from Bamus from NASCOP. We also invited Honorable Sir Joseph, the Swedish embassy, the gender minister. We invited a lot of dignitaries that we know that they're going to be there to be of a help to us. Even in the background, we know that we will get some help from them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of help you want from them? At least give them an idea before they come.
Okay. So first, this program gonna be like a fundraiser, and our first target is space expansion. We have the space in terms of learn, but we don't have the building capacity to host our students. And also, we have a computer lab there that we are teaching our children how to work on the computer, but they are like 2-to-1 because we don't have it.
You don't have sufficient computer.
Yes, we don't have a sufficient computer. So we are asking them to come in turn. You can donate computers, sewing machines, materials, the baking materials, the oven, computers. We will appreciate that because we really need it. That's why we are coming out in the media, social media, whatsoever, to be able to get to them, to be able to help us.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, those people who are coming, like the deputy speaker, the representative Sorbor Fala, and the rest of them, do you have an amount, a figure in mind that you are thinking about, that you're hoping that they can come and maybe help you to raise?
Thank you, Mr. George, again. Our target is $3 million Liberian dollars in cash or account.
3 million?
Liberian dollars.
A lot of money.
Yes, in cash or account. All right, in cash or account, in terms of material.
Okay.
All right, if we get this amount, it will not solve our problem in total, but at least it will push us based on the kind of influx of students we are having, and we still anticipate more students to come. As I speak to you, Mr. George, we turn parents back. And it's not our happiness, but we have to create a conducive environment for learning. All right, and this is why we're coming in the media, because if we stay there and keep quiet, some parents will start holding issues against us for not accepting their children, because the fees we offer the parents are very affordable. to the extent they don't complain. And there are other very good programs that are coming on board. Like we already working on the issue of the birth certificate to have every one of our students enlisted for the birth certificate and also the citizen ID cards. So there are a lot of things we are anticipating to do. But again, our hands are short and we need the help of other well-meaning Liberians to come in and see reason to help us for this noble cause.
Okay. Okay, let's hear from a few of the two of the students here, and then we'll ask for your parting comment quickly. Niwon, we understand that you got these big people that the school has written to come to the program to help to raise the. You heard your teachers and administrators saying they want about $3 million. What is the message you have to those people who they've written?
We are pleading to them to help us to come to our aid because we are really in need of these materials, because these materials are the cause we are delaying in our TVET process. But if they help us with these materials, we'll be able to learn faster and we'll be able to impact more lives.
Okay. Okay, let's hear from you, Natasha. What's your message to those people also that your people are inviting to come to the program?
Yeah, actually, I like to ask them they should please come to our program because we are in need of them. Some students don't have materials needed to fix their slippers and the cushioning. They should please help us to do that. Yes.
Okay, Salome will be shortly taking leave of you after the program. Let's assume that you that the school raised that amount. Those people you are inviting, like the deputy speaker, Representative Thomas Fowler, those big people. Let's assume that they come and you are able to raise that money from them. What next? What are you going to do?
First, when we raise the money, we're gonna put it to what we want to do, and next is gonna be thanks and appreciation to them for their support. What we're gonna teach our students, we're gonna make it our duty. Each of them that contributed, that made up their time to come, we're gonna do a gift for each of them of what we will teach them and give it to them. It might be little, but I'm sure that they will appreciate it.
Okay, we're taking leave of you now. What's the message to those people you invited again?
My message to them is that we need them and we can do this on our own. That's why we are calling upon them to come to our aid, to be able to help us, to support us. And we know that you educate a girl child, you educate a nation, and they're gonna be of a good change. And these early child pregnancy, these early child going to the market to sell, we know that it's gonna be reduced.
Okay.
So we are pleading with them to please come to our aid to help us.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, your parting comment?
Thank you. This gone October 11 marks the 10th-year anniversary of the International Day of the Girl Child, established by the United Nations. And we have the United Nations here, which we know place more emphasis and priority on girls' education. So we solicit your support as an international body and also to the rest of the international community present here that we invited. Please come to our call and help us because we need you. And to our honorable representatives, we know that you are very humanitarian and we know that you're going to come in to do the best you can. God bless you.
Mr. Benjamin Nangwe.
Yeah, thank you once again
Just
for
few
hosting.
seconds.
Thank you once again for hosting us. We know these people that we are invited. They are decent people. They are people that are humanitarians. They are people that help other people change life. And we believe that they can do the same for us. So that's the reason why we are calling upon them to help us. And we know that they will help us because they have done it for other people and they will do it for us. So thank you.
Okay, Niwon, what have you to say so that we can take leave of you?
I want to tell each and every one of them that in coming there will make us so happy because we'll have the faith that we'll be able to go on with our educational process, that will not be delaying.
Okay. Natasha?
Yes, I'd like to tell them thank you for listening, for coming to our program. And some girls are not going to do them in their own because of the materials. We don't have many material in the lab. It's not too big.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll ask for support.
Okay, let me thank all of you for coming. We wish you well. I know your communications with the deputy speaker. I'm sure you might have already seen it. Likewise, Representative Thomas Fowler and the rest of those you invited. So, which